So we already went through not null, unique. Now today we will go through check, default, and primary foreign key. Okay, we'll cover this, and I think this will be completing our constraint. Okay, so let me go through check and default first. So sometimes we need to insert our data. Okay, sometimes we need to insert our data only if a particular condition is met. In such situation, we use check constraint in SQL. That means we can only insert data if that condition met. Otherwise, it will not insert. For example, a voter must be 18 years. So when inserting a table to the voter, like data to the voter table, you must insert that particular person's data who actually completed 18 years, right? Who is 18 years or more than 18 years. If anyone is less than 18 years, that person's data should not be inserted as a voter, right? He is not a voter or she is not a voter, right? It can be defined on a single column or a several columns as well as per your requirement. तो हम लोग एक कॉलम पे भी लिख सकते हैं, एक कॉलम के लिए भी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, मल्टीपल कॉलम के लिए भी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, we are creating a voters table. Already we discussed this. Okay, 18 years should be minimum, so we'll go with that query. And we also can assign name check constraint and can we define it on multiple columns by executing the following query. So multiple constraint के लिए ऐसे लिख सकते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है? So let's go to create a voter table. ठीक है? So we are creating a voter table. तो मैं create अभी table को define कर रहा हूँ कि this will be my table. Like my table is voters and I am defining these columns like voter ID का data type integer, voter name का varchar, voter age int, but check. This is additional. Check voter age equal to or more than 18. Check means what in English? Check करना कि check करो, मुझे देख के दो बताओ. That means inspect, right? Inspect. कि if voter age is equal to or more than 18. If it is not, then give me an error. While inserting, okay? Then voter city varchar 50, okay? Just create this table. You will get the table. Select star from voters. Okay? So now इसमें हम लोग data insert करेंगे. Okay? Insert into voters. Voters is a table. Okay? Voter ID suppose values directly. I'll not put columns because I'm going to insert everything, right? All the columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So voter ID is 1. Suppose voter name is some Hari or something, Jadu, whatever it is. Then age, suppose you're giving 16. City, Delhi. City, Delhi. Okay. So suppose you are inserting this. See, check voters, voter. So this with the name of this, there is a constraint. If you check here in table, just refresh table. And if you check now, it's taking some time. Yeah. Okay, voters. If you check constraint here, there is a constraint name check voters. So when we created this, okay, constraint was created with the create table क्योंकि ये एक constraint है check. जैसे हम लोग यूनिक में देख रहे थे एक की क्रिएट हुआ था, की जनरेट हुआ था, राइट? वैसे ही सिमिलरली चेक का भी एक की जनरेट होता है जिसको मतलब ये हम लोग को कुछ जब चेक क्रिएट टेबल किया था ना, ये ऑलरेडी क्रिएट हो गया था, ठीक है? जस्ट टू चेक सी योर कहा गया यार, सॉरी. देखो एक्सप्रेशन क्या था, इसको इधर जाके चेंज भी कर सकते हो, बट वाई विल डू दिस, विल चेंज इसको जाके 16 भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है? तो ये चेक एक क्रिएट हो गया था जिसका जिसका एक्चुअली डेफिनेशन था कि एज इक्वल टू और मोर देन 18 और उसका नाम दे दिया था ये, वो लोग ऑटोमेटिक दे दिया था, ठीक है। So automatically there will be a constraint created in the constraint folder when you define a check. Okay, तो अभी मैं insert जब कर रहा था, insert into my table जो कि मेरा voter table है, right? In my voter table when I was inserting, trying to insert, it was throwing me an error कि भाई तुम्हारे पास एक constraint already है. The constraint actually conflicts with the insert data table because voter age should be 18 and you are inserting 16. So now move it to 18. Check, it will insert. See, so this is very important because you can reduce the unwanted insertion in the table by with the help of check, right? Suppose तुमको डेटा किसी टीम का डेटा नहीं डलवाना है, तो you can just give them a check. Okay, team name, check team name should be this, only one team name you want to insert the data into table, so you can give a check. Or maybe with the help of date also, more than this year, not like prior to that year, so you can apply check also. City, I only need city only for Delhi. Suppose I'll delete this table. Okay, I will drop this table. Now I'll drop table, एक बार drop करके I'll just create again. Okay, drop table voters. Now I'll create for multiple. Okay,
Amal, after creating table, we can't give check.
that I'll come through. Just now go through like how to define check while creating table. So after that, that will be alter, right? That will come through. But this is that I'm going through when creating a table. Okay. Suppose now here I'm again creating the table with two checks. I am just collecting a table of the voters from Delhi, not other city, not in all entire India. So we need to confirm like voter city should be Delhi and voter age should be 18. Okay, suppose we went through like this, right? Suppose if we check here, I just showing you multiple things so that suppose if I would have check here, can we check like this? I'll go through. Okay, so if I create this will also create, this is also created. Okay, so if you see now constraint, the constraint name will be changed because now we have deleted that voter and again created, right? So if you see constraints now, there are two constraints. Okay, so what we have given, age and city. Okay, like this also you can do. So if you now insert 18 only, okay, and now give Chennai. So now if you see, it will tell you that your column voter city is not correct. You have given Chennai. And if you select it, you do not have anything. Now you try to give Delhi, and just reduce it to 16 or 14, whatever, below 18. Okay, it is again give, but now the column will change to voter age. And if you give this also Chennai, so both will be activated. Key, your both should be voter age and okay, it's checking for first one age. Okay, then it's going to see age is first, right? Then it's going to, if he got one is failed, so he's giving error. So that means you both is mistaken, right? So now give 18 and Delhi. So you have to follow whatever rule they have said while creating. So now if you insert affected, so it got inserted. And similarly, you can do like in that scenario when you create check, writing check just after the column name. It created two, right?
Yes.
Drop table. Now you can give the multiple check with the help of this also. So I have written all my columns like very well here. All my columns I have defined here, and then I'm defining constraint with the name of constraint voter. I'm giving a name to this constraint voter or anything, constraint check 1, 2, 3 or test, whatever. and then I'm giving क्या check करना है. This is the constraint name. I'm giving a name to that constraint. Okay, any name you can give as per your project, कि ताकि तुमको पता लगे कि मेरा ये constraint इसके लिए है, इसी टेबल के लिए. या तो check test voters. ठीक है. तो अभी क्या चेक करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस नेम, कि मुझे चेक कर दो कि वेटर सिटी दिल्ली में होना चाहिए, वोटर का सिटी, एंड वोटर एज शुड बी मिनिमम, नॉट और, ओके, यहाँ पे एन लिख रहा हूँ, और भी यू कैन राइट. सो एन वोटर एज बोथ शुड बी मेट. सो इफ यू क्रिएट नाउ दिस, क्या हुआ, कहीं कॉमा वॉमा का प्रॉब्लम है क्या? वोटर्स, वोटर आईडी, ये कॉमा नहीं है, ठीक है. यस, कॉमा का ही
Yes,
था
sir.
प्रॉब्लम. सो ओके, देयर इज नॉट एन इशू. सो सी, we earlier, so drop table we do not need now. So we created earlier also with the help of कि column के आगे ही check लिख दो, right? You are writing check just in front of column name. This also you can do, but this is like proper way, like you just write a word constraint and give a name. So there, this is just a name of that constraint. You can give anything for test
Okay.
purpose or something or some whatever. Like just as a best practice, you follow check underscore table name कि कौन सा टेबल में मेरा लगा रहा हूँ, and column names also you can give, so that you know like where you have given is. Okay, just an best practice, but otherwise you can give any name. Then what you need to check? So now if we,
Oh,
yeah, tell me.
okay, okay.
And with the, you have to give comma, that time we did
Um,
not give comma. Okay, so if we now create this, and I'll just refresh and check, okay, how the table was stored. It's becoming little slow. So I'll go to voters and I'll check the constraint. Okay, now we are here. The difference you will see, what is the use of writing a constraint like this? Did you notice a difference here?
Only one constraint was there.
Okay,
Um,
so with the help of one constraint only, it define all like whatever you have defined here, 2 columns or 3 columns or 4 column, whatever. Suppose voter ID should be between 1 to 10, like that also you can define 3 columns. Okay, but everything will be stored here as a one constraint. But earlier what happened, you have defined all the check on different columns, right? So it took like whatever you have write checks here. Suppose you have a column of 150 in the table, and you need to define check command, check constraint on 10 columns, so you will be getting 10 constraints. So that will be not easy to manage here, right? You, if you want to go to check like which one is my year, it will be very tough to check, right? Now as you have defined like this and only one constraint, so you can easily go and check like, okay, this is only one constraint which is in my voter table and on ctn is. So just like go and property or maybe you can check like what are the things actually was there. You can check once, right, whenever you want to check. So that's what I was telling, right? There is a multiple way to do things, but which one is better, that we need to decide. Okay, when we are creating that particular item, or suppose in our case, in this case, it's constraints. See, here you get the expression Delhi, and both are actually kept on. And here we can define our name also. See, we can define our name. That time the name was something different, right? How the name came? Suppose voters 2. So that time the names are, see, also both the constraints are together, so that you can get some idea the differences. Okay, so better when you have more than one column will have check constraint, then you can mention like below one. Okay, nothing but this is a constraint word, okay, keyword. आप लोग constraint topic पढ़ रहे हैं, so just constraint को mention कर दो इधर, constraint. उसके बाद you give your own name, whatever you are think like feasible, then Delhi जो भी तुमको ब्रैकेट के अंदर parenthesis के अंदर whatever your condition, okay. That means constraint keyword, then give your name of constraint as per your constraint as per your project, okay. Then keyword check, it should be always there, okay. Then your conditions, कौन क्या किस में क्या चाहिए, okay. Your conditions are under the parenthesis, okay. So if I now go to table voters, there will be two tables created, right? Let me just refresh it. I have created voter 2 so that I can show you both the constraint, because this is easy, like to know also the name, okay, this is my constraint name. And when I just
What are the column you change?
yeah, where I created this table, it also easy, but it is taking double, right? So the space will be also capturing all those things. So if you see, there are two constraints with the automated like keys, automated names they have given. See,
This last digit automated.
okay,
6563.
okay. Now understood automated like constraints and when you define constraint. Even for single also you can define, but mostly single it's fine. You don't need to define. You can directly give in here only. Okay. So you understood. Check now.
Yes, yes.
So using the above query, only the data of the voters who live in Delhi and age more than or equal to 18 could be inserted into the voters table. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose here I'm dropping again the voter table. I'm creating the constraint instead of an or. So now what will happen?
Oh, if age is less than 18 also it will accept.
Now if I insert, suppose 18 only, but this is my Chennai.
Still it will accept, no? Because
Yeah,
we gave up.
because it's an or, right?
Mm.
Select star from, but either one should be met
One.
by given conditions. If either one is not met, both not met, then it will not allow you to insert. See, it tells either one, at least 18 or Chennai should be met, Delhi should be met. And if you again enter Delhi, so it will insert. So I will have two rows in my table. See, either one 18 is matched, now Delhi is matched. So either one will be matched or maybe both should be matched, whatever like. Now third row also will be inserted. Okay. Understood? So now we'll go to the next thing. Check constraint on a existing table. Okay. Suppose I do not have constraint here now. Okay. I am just creating one table. Create table voters, voter city. I do not have any constraint here. Okay. Create successfully. So now if I want to give a constraint, I only can insert Chennai or Bangalore or something. What, how I should define that? Okay. So now if you just see here, alter table, okay, this command. So you can simply mention alter table voters, check city, voter city, okay, not city, voter city as Pune. ये मेरा थोड़ा सा कॉपी पेस्ट में गलत आता है ना, तो इसलिए आई जस्ट आई हैव fix that single quotes. Okay, if now I apply the voters column, voters table में apply करो on the voter city and Pune. Incorrect syntax near. So देखा bracket कितना कुछ कर सकता है. They understood what the importance of bracket. Now you just write it. It will be completed. Okay.
Yes.
Now if you select, see here. बहुत slow हो गया मेरा system. Now if you see here, if you go to constraint and columns, like if you see here, it will be constraint call. See voters, ये automated constraint generate हो गया. Now if you try to insert Delhi, it will give an error कि भाई तुम्हारा पुणे ही होना है. If you insert now Pune, see done. Understood कैसे फिर alter करता है, right? ठीक है, समझ में आ गया, right?
Kamal, one more doubt. Sometime no, in the table already we have data like Chennai, Delhi,
Then it will not,
something.
obviously, right? How can it be?
Won't
If you have
accept that
no,
constraint, right?
suppose now already Pune data, right? You are applying Delhi. See, conflict हो गया already.
Conflict.
Already, but still, I'll just show you one thing. So suppose you have data, right? First, we'll just drop this constraint now. Okay, I'll show you how to drop. We'll drop and I'll again then create. Okay, we have added, and now we'll drop the constraint. What was the constraint name?
Check.
Let's see, it will work or not. Yeah, it dropped, right? Now we do not have any constraint, so you can insert anything. DE also you can insert anything. Okay, as you dropped, you can insert anything. Understood?
Yes.
So now you told you have data there Pune, Delhi. Now you want to apply a constraint of Chennai. Okay. Okay. See, conflict.
Conflict constraint.
So already there is some other data, so you need to first check it. Okay. Understood? So once
Yes.
now we'll go and change this. Okay, update. Now we'll update the table. So that's why you need to practice like this. Then you will always understood the syntax. Always remember the syntax. Set voter city. If you do not practice, you will forget easily in 2-3 weeks. Okay. So update voter city to Pune. I'll write Pune for everything. So 2 rows affected. Both row comes Pune. Okay. Now if I insert Chennai, it will not allow me. Okay. But if now I write Pune, it will allow me. Okay, understood? Now if you insert now, it will not allow because it should be Pune. Okay, so similarly we have added, right, alter. We can also, with like not in one column, we can also check constraint in the multiple column as well with the help of this command. Okay, this query. So suppose now I'll drop again my constraint, or maybe I'll drop the table only. I'll again create new table. Okay, create voters, drop table voters. Okay, I'll drop voters, then again I'll create. Okay, I do not define any constraint. Okay, and insert, or I'll create now constraint directly. As you know already, key insert. If you have any other value while defining constraints, it will not take you, as you know already, right? So that's fine. You should have same values in the column before, adding a constraint, otherwise it will throw an error. So now we'll take directly to this. Suppose now I need voters table, constraint check voters, check city, what this column name, city should be Pune, and age should be more than or equal to 18. Okay, and also voter ID and voter ID more than 10. It should be more than 10, not less than 10. Okay. Now if I just write this check voters, so this is done. Still running, yeah. Okay, invalid column now. Sorry, this is voter age, right? Not voter age. The column name was voter age. So now it will be done. Now if you insert into voters values, I'm applying all the values. Okay, so voter ID, suppose I am applying 5. Name, suppose someone test. Okay, age is I'm giving 18 or 19 or 20, more than, I'm just making that. Okay, and this is also Pune. So but my voter ID is not correct, so it should give an error. See, it is giving an error for the voter ID, right? So if I give voter ID also 11, now it will insert. Okay, understood how to give constraints, check constraints. So now we'll move to different here. This I take so much time. So you understood, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, you can drop also. We have already dropped this constraint also. Okay, so we can drop this constraint. Suppose we have check voter, right? Just check voter, you drop it. This is the constraint name, right? This is the constraint name, check voter. So we have dropped the check voter constraint. Now if you enter 6 also, and anything poo also, like anything like 10, 17, this will allow you to enter, because we do not have any constraint there. So all the constraints you have removed itself from the voters. Let me refresh and show you. There are no constraints. Okay. So let's move to next topic. Check constraint with null and underdefined function. Defined function is ignore it, because function we can later on go through, then we'll check. But check constraint and null values. Whenever check constraint allows null. Okay. Now I'll go through again the same thing. So you are again entering these things. Suppose remove this, it will make you more confused. Suppose only 2 columns you have. What is the alter table conflict with the check constraint? What I have already okay, because of this poo. Okay, okay, fine. I do not need city constraint also. Okay, leave it. I'll just drop the table and create now. It will not take us much time. Okay, so now I'm adding this later on, with not with the create. I added later on. Okay, so suppose now what I was telling, what that was telling, null. By default it allows null. Okay, so now I'll go through example. Suppose we have defined constraint Pune and age, right? If here I do not do anything, okay, nothing, and here I have defined column, because when one thing I am missing from the column, I need to define it, right? Column names, otherwise it will be confused, like किधर insert हो रहा है, समझ में आ रहा है? जब हम लोग सारे column sequence में insert नहीं करते हैं ना, then we need to give the column names as well. That you remember, right? Or forgot? Suppose voter name and voter age I need to give. It's replacing. So voter ID and voter age I am removing, test also not required. So this is fine, right? So if I inserting this, it will give me an error because 18 is not met. Suppose 18, I have given 19. Now it will met. If you see now, it will insert the data. Although there is a constraint called city should be Pune. ये तो null होगा ही क्योंकि इसमें दिया नहीं voter name. But voter city में तो constraint था ना, right? पुणे था, वो भी चला गया. Suppose voter name भी मैं डाल देता हूँ इधर. Voter name था, मान लो test 1 test. Okay. So ये भी डाल दूंगा ना, वो भी चला जाएगा क्योंकि I did not define also only a comma. So check city में भी चला जा रहा है देखो as a null. So what it tells, constraint actually allows null. Okay, it do not allow other values. Suppose if you give other values before 19, a should be क्या था city ra city should be Pune, right? If you defined, then only constraint comes into picture. Now it will not allow you to answer because we are defining. When you define something, that it will not allow constraint, not allow to insert due to the constraint rule. Or if you give null, this null, it will allow. Remember this thing. Check constraint allows null. Whether you define or without you defining, you insert. It will allow null. So to define, to just stop that, if you want to stop, then with the help of constraint, when you write the constraint check, you also give not null. Then it will not allow because this is a combination of not null and check constraint. Okay, so just drop the table. I'll now define city cannot not be null. Okay, not null. So now if you see execute, okay, now you define that constraint for city also. Now if you see, it will not allow. It will tell not null. Insert nulls. So now you must give. But if you give null with all the remove this column because now we are giving all the columns. Okay, 1 2 3 4 4. So now it will automatically insert on designated. Null is not allowed. So what? Delhi. But Delhi also will not allow because we have defined Pune. So just give Pune, it will allow. Understood? कुछ problem इसमें नहीं है ना? So that means check constraint allows null. That's why we are defining not null also while defining check constraint.
Yes.
Okay, forget about this user defined function. When we'll go to function, then we'll do that. So now we'll move to default constraint. Okay, default constraint is nothing but by default what we need to insert into a table. Suppose the default constraint is used to set a default value for a column if no value is provided. We can specify a null or some other value. Default constraint value ensures that the constraint column should not be left blank. It will not go blank. Okay, the default value will be added to the new record if no value is provided. If no value you provide, then it will be coming as a default value. Suppose create a table. Now we'll go to default. Okay, you are creating a table. Suppose employee table only, huh? Employee ID, employee name, and what you need? City or country. I am telling create a table, employee table with ID, employee name, and employee country. If we do not leave the not null now, okay, it's not required. So if country he is not defining anything while inserting, default should be India. Okay, so now we'll check it. Created. So now default for default also, let's see how the so I'll just write in insert query. See for employee table, if I go constraint a df underscore employee table, okay, country. That actually this is the naming convention. Just write df when you alter something manually, then you have to give df underscore table name underscore that column name bus. Okay, so insert into employee table values. I'm inserting everything, right? Values, id is 1, employee name is test something. Okay, then country is China, suppose. Now I'm inserting it. It will allow me to insert, and it will insert China itself, because default means whenever it is empty. Okay, default means whenever your column is empty, then by default put India. Now it entered China, but if you just give null, if you give null, it will enter you a null. But if you are not defining itself, suppose with the help of column you are inserting, okay, employee name, okay. So with the help of column you are telling that I need only employee name and ID. So now if you're inserting, by default it will insert India. See. So if you're defining that, right, that particular country column, then it will not take India. If it is null also, then also take null only. But if you are not defining anything for that particular column, it will take by default as an India. See. But if you are defining this particular column, suppose this country equal to could be USA, it will come as a USA because you have already defined it here. So why it will give you India, right? USA. And if you give null also, because you have given that this should be null, so that's why it is taking null. See, null. And if you leave blank, then it kept blank. Okay, but whenever you not defining these things itself while inserting, then it will by default take India. Understood the concept? Okay.
Yes.
So this was quick default. You can default with the alter table also. Suppose with the alter table, suppose I'll now drop the table again, create. So when you write syntax like did not drop, create, you will not forget those syntax. Okay, now again creating a table. So now I'm not defining this, I'll just create it. So now if you do not give any value also, it will insert as a null. It will not give India. Why? I did not define anything, right? It is null. So now if I need to do that alter thing, so suppose now if I need to do add like alter, apply that default constraint, I have just given the employee name, right? Employee table, add constraint df underscore employee, and where df underscore employee, suppose employee, and where country I am applying. Okay, default to US for the country, USA for the country. Now I'm just entering this, it got completed. Now if you insert, and now if you check, see USA. Got it? Understood, right?
Yes.
So primary key and foreign key will go through tomorrow. Okay, I think we are done with today's class. So we have covered check and default, and we'll be going through primary foreign key tomorrow's class. Okay, because that will take some time to make you understand. Okay. Okay, so now we'll go through the questions which I said to you, ताकि तुम लोग को कुछ आंसर्स पता है या क्या क्या देखेंगे. Okay, so one by one share, like जिसको भी जो आता है वो share करो. We'll go through if anything needs to be rectified. Okay, theoretical leave it. Theoretical is fine. Well, I'll check later, but practical thing we have to go through.
This one, second maximum salary of an employee table named employees. So, Kamal, this is for example, right? My table have different data.
You should insert this through this question. I wanted to check if you are able to insert and create a statement or not. You are able to write a create statement and insert statement or not. Create. Yes, I want to check like if you remember create and insert or not. See, whatever that structure is, employee space name, I need but that way, not like underscore. Okay. Now I'm just, because my other questions are like that, you need to remove the space, all those things, rename. So
Okay. Incorrect syntax near varchar, because name also one constraint, varchar also one constraint, so it is getting confused. Keyword name is keyword.
Now what you need to do?
I gave underscore means employee
No,
underscore.
without underscore I need.
Without underscore.
नाना अनामिका कोई हेल्प कर दो जिसको पता है.
So bracket also it is not accepting.
Give that bracket. क्या बोलते second bracket.
You forget, like we used to discuss, right? Or double quotes while creating a column with the space. You need to give column header, I'm telling. Okay, double quotes or square brackets. Okay, double quote or square bracket. How square bracket writes? That's square, right? Those things, but with the help of those you can create. Okay,
This one, right?
oh yes.
Yes.
Okay, chalo abhi insert karo. So you got it na? Now with the help of this create statement you understood, right?
Yes,
You,
yes.
whatever you forgot. So that's why I was telling, like insert into employee 3.
So here I gave name as varchar. I have to give.
Okay, then write a comma. We discuss, right, how we can insert multiple at the same time. Again, start bracket and see. Okay, you remember, right? Like that.
Yeah. Comma.
Now insert it. Now run that max query with the help of like this table employee 3. Now go little up. Okay, 3500. Okay, so what you did, you are writing is max salary inside a subquery. So that run first, just show us the result. Show us the result of that.
So this is the maximum salary. It is giving maximum salary 4,500.
Yes. Okay. And it goes to outer query, like where condition, where run the outer query. So it also 4, right? So you have mentioned where clause where salary from the outer query is less than 4500.
Less than
so
4,500.
Yep. So whatever it comes less than 4500, it appears. So it gave you second rows. So any other one has any other way to do this?
Here I give another. This is another way, Kamal.
Okay. Show me.
So here I gave distinct count of salary from employees, and I gave E1. Query I gave.
So run this query.
This is employee table, employees table.
Okay,
So we make
employee.
3. This is for now our table, current table.
But this will be little bit slow
This
because
will
it
be
will take some time,
slow.
right?
Here I should give where 2 minutes it will give seconds.
Yes, but this has option of like you can give anything like 3500. Okay, good. So what it is doing, select distinct. So you are distinct a count of salary, okay, from employees, like what, how we did like that, right? Self join the similar way you did. Good,
Yeah,
good.
distinct we are giving because some people might be having
So you
same
took this from Google or like our class?
No, our class only I referred. Whichever I'm
Okay,
not getting, then only I tried.
okay. So this already we discussed. That's what I was telling.
Yeah, we discussed.
Good, but there is another way, like because this will give you a chance like to change your position, like n position. You can give third position, fourth position, fifth position,
Yes.
and this what we actually discuss in our correlated subquery.
Yeah.
Okay, if you remember, we discussed about our correlated subquery, then we discussed this. And any other one has any other way to do? Nana, Anamika, anyone has any other way to do out of these two? There are many logics, so you can share your screens and quickly go through. Chandu, you stop screen. These things we'll check from others also how they did. Chalo, share. Okay, this one is yours.
Yes.
Run it. Good. मतलब तुम लोग को correlated जो है वो समझ में आ गया अच्छा से. So why it is coming 2? Okay, you have given 2, right? That's why. Fine. Distinct और वो लिखो और एक था ना.
First line also we have to do distinct.
No, that's fine. Like he wants to see like how many are there. So at least it is giving record, right? Second best. So there are another way. Just do one thing like Chandralekha with the where condition I told, right? Not equal to. So एक काम करो, लिखो एक select query लिखो, simply select max of this. तुमने वो insert नहीं किया वो table? Did you insert the table? Whatever.
Max of
हाँ ये वाला table. हाँ, do one thing. Select max. Select star के जगह max salary लिखो. ओके, इसको इनर कोर में रखो, ऊपर दोबारा लिखो सिलेक्ट मैक्स सैलरी. इसी को कॉपी करो. थिंक द लॉजिक, दिस आर लॉजिक्स नॉट द क्वेरी. ओके, सिंटेक्स के साथ कुछ भी नहीं है, ये लॉजिक है कि मेरे को क्या देगा कहाँ पे. नाउ वेयर कंडीशन. just like Chandralekha use more than, right? Here we will use not. Okay, where salary not equal to.
Yes, yes.
Understood the logic? मतलब
Yes,
उनको
yes.
उस पर्टिकुलर मैक्स जो इनर जॉइन से आ रहा है ना, जो टेबल का मैक्स है उसको हम लोग को हटाना है, बस रिमूव करना है. यू कैन यूज मोर देन, यू कैन यूज नॉट इक्वल टू ऑल्सो. नॉट इक्वल टू ऑल्सो मीन्स वो लाएगा नहीं, फिर उसका नेक्स्ट वाला देगा. सो नॉट इक्वल टू मीन्स दैट, हाँ राइट, नॉट इक्वल टू दिस. अभी रन करो इसको, यू विल गेट द सेकंड मैक्स. लॉजिक समझ में आ गया?
Yeah.
So there are different ways to do this, right? So once you write these queries again and again, you will have a different options available with you to find the answer. The best answer is like even this can be achieved with the window function also, right? But I told not to use window function because it's just recently we went through.
Yes,
So we'll go through. Okay, वो ज्यादा आसान तरीका है विंडो फंक्शन, राइट? उसमें रैंक निकाल लो, रैंक को फिर वेयर क्लॉज में लेके आओ. वी ऑलरेडी वेंट थ्रू. Correlated is also good, but correlated will take some time because with the big table, that was small table, that was also achievable. Like you can, when you go for interview, you can tell, we can find out the position based on subquery and correlated query, right? And also window function. So you have already written that correlated query. Now you have written this simple normal subquery also, like scalar subquery. और इसमें जब अगर तुमको थर्ड वाला निकालने देना तो इसके ऊपर और एक लगा सकते हो, जैसे अभी सेकंड वाले के लिए ऐसे लिखे ना, तो ये जो सिलेक्ट मैक्स आउटर क्वेरी है इसको दोबारा इनर में डालो, दोबारा इनर में डालो, उसके ऊपर इनर इसी में लिखो, ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट करो पहला, हाँ स्टार्ट ब्रैकेट, लास्ट में ब्रैकेट खत्म करो, एकदम लास्ट में, इसमें नहीं लास्ट में, हाँ उसका ब्रैकेट हटा दो, मतलब पूरे सबको हम लोग ले रहे हैं रिजल्ट सेट को, राइट? अब ऊपर जाओ, ऊपर दोबारा सिलेक्ट मैक्स लिखो, तो सी द लॉजिक क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं। अब इसको रन करो, नहीं वेयर लिखो, वेयर क्लॉज, वेयर सैलरी नॉट इक्वल टू एम्प्लॉइज के बाद फर्स्ट लाइन के बाद, हाँ वेयर सैलरी नॉट इक्वल टू, ठीक है? यूनियन लगाओ, यूनियन ऑल स्पेस ऑल, एंड बाकी प्रीवियस का सैलरी वेयर हटा दो, यस। और अब रन करो इसको, देखते देखते ओके सैलरी नॉट इन, सैलरी वो बिकॉज मल्टीपल आ रहा है ना, दो आ रहा है इसमें, राइट? अंडरस्टूड? एक तो फर्स्ट वाला आ रहा है, एक सेकंड वाला आ रहा है, जब दो रिजल्ट आ रहा है वेयर क्लॉज में, तो वेयर क्लॉज में जो है ना सैलरी, वेयर सैलरी वो जो नॉट इक्वल टू उसको हटाओ, नॉट इक्वल टू को हटाओ ऊपर, हाँ सेकंड रो पे, और नॉट इन लगाओ। जब हम लोग का मल्टीपल वैल्यू आता है ना तब इन लगता है, राइट? तो ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट है, ब्रैकेट एंड है, ठीक है? अभी रन करोगे तो आ जाएगा, देखो थर्ड वाला ये था क्या?
हाँ
नहीं नहीं ये नहीं था,
सेकंड था।
ओके। तो इसमें दोबारा यूनियन ऑल के बाद लगाओ, यूनियन ऑल के बाद लगाओ वेयर, या इसमें नहीं नहीं, इसमें नहीं, यूनियन ऑल के बाद नहीं, सिलेक्ट मैक्स के बाद, फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉय के बाद, फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉइज वेयर, इसमें वेयर क्लास लगाओ, वेयर यूनियन ऑल कंबाइन करता है, फर्स्ट वैल्यू वी टुक, सेकंड वैल्यू वी नीड टू टेक, सो फॉर सेकंड वैल्यू वी नीड टू गिव ए क्वेरी सो दैट हम लोग को सेकंड वैल्यू लेके आए। तो सिलेक्ट मैक्स सैलरी फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉइज वेयर सैलरी नॉट इक्वल टू वेयर सैलरी नॉट इक्वल टू, ओके वेयर के पहले एक एंटर मार दो, वेयर को नीचे लेके आओ ताकि हम लोग को दिख जाए, एंटर और टैब मारो, टैब, ताकि वो आगे चला जाए, टैब टैब क्लिक करो, हाँ और एक बार, ताकि पता लगे कौन सा क्वेरी कहाँ का है, ठीक है? अभी नॉट इक्वल टू, वो ऊपर का लाइन जो है ना सिलेक्ट मैक्स सैलरी, उसको कॉपी कर लो और पेस्ट कर दो उधर, हाँ ब्रैकेट के अंदर पेस्ट करना, पैरेंथेसिस के अंदर, पैरेंथेसिस के अंदर आगे और पीछे पैरेंथेसिस लगा दो एक। अभी रन करो, पैरेंथेसिस एक सही है, लास्ट में एक पैरेंथेसिस सही है, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग क्लोजिंग ब्रैकेट्स मोस्टली इंपॉर्टेंट है। और एक दो, एक दो पैरेंथेसिस दो एक, हाँ अभी रन करो, आ गया थर्ड वाला आ गया। लेकिन ये क्वेरी कितना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, देखो मैं क्या इसमें क्या है समझा रहा हूँ, देखो इसको पार्ट पार्ट करो अभी, ठीक है? एक तो ये सिलेक्ट वाला ये हटा दो, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, हटाओ इसको, रिमूव कर दो,
इसको हटा दूं?
हाँ हटाओ, इसको भी हटा दो, मतलब सही है लेकिन तुमको कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है पैरेंथेसिस से, सो विल नॉट गिव ओनली, ओके? अभी समझ में आया क्या हो रहा है, किसका पैरेंथेसिस किधर है, समझ में आ रहा है अभी? मतलब समझ में आ रहा है, जब ये वाला पैरेंथेसिस रन करना है तो पूरा ये रन होगा, और अगर तुम इसको सिलेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हो पैरेंथेसिस, तो इसको क्यों सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो लास्ट में? अब दो वैल्यू आया, अब पहले इसको रन करो, इस चीज को रन करो, वन बाय वन, गो वन बाय वन, डोंट रश। इसमें क्या हुआ भाई? ये वाला तुम स्टार्ट कर रहे हो तो इसका एंडिंग कहाँ है? तुम्हारा एंडिंग तो है ही नहीं, तो ये वाला एंडिंग है ना, इसको तुम सिलेक्ट करो। अब समझ में आया क्या हो रहा है? पहले इसने क्या किया देखो, अच्छे से समझो। ये पहले मैक्स सैलरी निकाला 4500, it first gave you max salary 4500, then it is telling find out the max salary but where salary not equal to my max salary, मतलब where salary not equal to 4500, तो 4500 नहीं आएगा तो क्या आ गया? सेकंड वाला आ गया 3500, राइट? तो फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर आइटम वी गॉट 4500 को हटा दिया हम लोग ने, एंड वी गॉट द सेकंड मैक्स which is 3500। सेकंड मैक्स हम लोग को मिल गया, राइट? अब
Yes,
इसको
sir.
रन करो। उसको रन करो अभी। ये क्या दिया मुझे? फर्स्ट वाला 4500, मतलब मैं ये सिंपली मुझे फर्स्ट दे दिया और वो मुझे सेकंड दे दिया, ठीक है? इसमें आ गया मेरा 4500, राइट? इसमें आ गया कितना था? 35 था ना? तो अब दोनों आ गया। यूनियन मतलब क्या होता है कि दोनों के एक के बाद एक लगाओ, एक रो आ गया, एक रो दूसरा रो बन गया। तो जब तुम यूनियन लगाते हो, दोनों एक के बाद एक लगाते हैं, तब अब तुम ये करो, इसको करो। नाउ यू रन दिस दिस पोर्शन। कहा गया? अब ये पोर्शन रन करो, यूनियन वाले पोर्शन। तुमको दो रो दिखाई देगा। समझो कहाँ गलती हुआ है, तुम खुद समझो। आ गया मैं जो बोला था 4500 3500। अब इस दोनों को थोड़ा ऊपर जाओगे, इसको थोड़ा नीचे करो, इस चीज को थोड़ा बार को इधर पकड़ो, नीचे कर लो, ठीक है? वेट। सो अभी मेरा ये दो चीज आ गया, तो मतलब क्या हुआ? सिलेक्ट मैक्स फ्रॉम दिस वेयर सैलरी नॉट इन ब्रैकेट 4500 कॉमा 3500, राइट? ये मेरा खत्म हो गया। मतलब अगर ये चीज नहीं लिखता मैं, बस इधर ऐसे लिख देता, तो क्या आता मेरा? सिंपल था ना वो, सैलरी नॉट इन 4500 3500, राइट? समझ में आ गया? ये पहले वाले जो हम लोग कैसे लिखते थे, नॉट इन, इसी की जगह हम लोग क्वेरी लिख रहे, ताकि ऑटोमेटिकली अगर चेंज भी हो टेबल में तो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरा मैक्स एंड सेकंड मैक्स दे दे ये, क्योंकि ये तो मेरा स्टैटिक हो जाता। अब तुम पूरा रन करो तो तुमको पता लगेगा कि ये नॉट इन आ गया ना, तो पूरा रन करो, ठीक है? उसमें नहीं है ये 45 एंड 3500 में नहीं है। उसके बाद क्या है वो बोल रहे हैं मैक्स निकालो, बट मेरा मैक्स में से ये हटा दो, सैलरी नॉट इन, ये वाले जो है ये वैल्यूज को हटा दो, एंड गिव मी दिस रिजल्ट। आफ्टर रिमूविंग दिस वट एवर कम्स माई मैक्स वो दे दो। तो 2000 मैक्स आ गया। अभी समझ में आ गया पूरा क्वेरी? आया क्लियर? श्योर? बट दिस इज नॉट द करेक्ट वे टू डू, एंड वी नेवर डू लाइक दिस, ठीक है? ये बस एक लॉजिक समझाने के लिए आई वेंट थ्रू, ताकि तुमको एटलीस्ट क्वेरी कैसे लिखते हैं हम लोग, क्वेरी का क्या क्या हिसाब किताब होता है, कैसे कैसे हम लोग डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लॉजिक लगा सकते हैं, जस्ट टू गिव यू सम अंडरस्टैंडिंग। वी वेंट थ्रू दिस, ओके? बट तुमको इसका जरूरत नहीं है। जब भी थर्ड मैक्स चाहिए ना, जो ऑलरेडी तुमने लिखा, ऊपर चले जाओ, ऊपर ये वाला आराम से लिख सकते हो। इसमें थर्ड लिखो 2 की जगह, एंड रन करो। ये 37 क्यों दूसरा टेबल में कर रहे हो क्या?
दूसरा टेबल लगा है।
ओके फाइन, ओके नो प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है। आई लाइक
मैं
यू
change
अंडरस्टूड,
कर
राइट?
Yes, yes.
Understood.
So because this is very simple, right? You can write fifth also, sixth also, but इसमें क्या होगा? जो नीचे वाला क्वेरी है, थर्ड के लिए you need to write थर्ड, तो फोर्थ के लिए दोबारा और एक लिखना पड़ता है, यूनियन ऑल।
Yeah.
जितना तुम निकाल लोगे उतना ज्यादा तुमको निकालते रहना पड़ता है, उसमें ऐड करते रहना पड़ता कोड, राइट? थर्ड के लिए तुम लोग ने यूनियन लगाया 2 में, अब उसके नीचे फोर्थ के लिए तुमको डबल यूनियन लगाना पड़ता, और 3 चीजों में यूनियन लगाना पड़ता है, तो वो क्वेरी बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दैट इज नॉट फिजिबल वे. सो दिस इज वेरी इजी वे टू फाइंड आउट nth नंबर ऑफ. देखो सेम आ गया. अंडरस्टूड. अभी चलो और कुछ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, और कुछ किया. ओके ये कर लिया ना. व्हाट वाज माय क्वेश्चन? चंद्रलेखा read the question, second question after that.
On the table 1, rename the column name salary to employee underscore salary and the employee name to employee underscore name on query level using select statement.
Okay, so I told don't rename in the table itself because other people also using. So just rename in the query label. Okay, run that query, whatever you written. Good, very nice.
Yes.
So इसमें देखो headers को change दिखा रहा है, right? I needed this output so that user can see this output. Okay, excellent. तो उसके बाद third question. Chandralekha, read the third question.
Okay, go to the exercise file SQL1 and do the following activity. In that question A, display EMP first name and employee last name together to show total salary for each employee.
So I ask like employee first name and last name should be concatenate to show
yes.
in one column. Okay, with the help of space also, right? लिखा नहीं, but it is obviously right. You cannot write employee first name last name together. It's not feasible. Like किसी को पता नहीं लगेगा. So that's why she has given here 2 comma to create a space, and then she has created salary and commission addition. Like I told, right? Where total salary is, I have given a hint in the question. Where total salary is equal to salary plus commission. Okay, so just run this. Understood? This is clear, right? Chandra, you have written also similarly or something else?
No, I
now share your screen.
Like this.
Well done, Anamika. Good. और बाकी भी करना, मुझे भेजना फाइल, ठीक है? अच्छे से बाकी भी गो थ्रू करेंगे.
Yes, I need some more time.
Different
okay, fine. Next week
I
you give.
completed. Yes.
ठीक है, next week तुम दे रहना, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. Okay. Chandralekha, you have given. Okay, so this is right. Just you need to add those first name and last name. That's fine. Like you can do that, right? It's not tough for you. It's easy. Just add up plus symbol, and if you just instead of comma just add plus. Comma ko hata do, plus you give a plus symbol. Okay, and then run it. It will give you plus, but I need a space between them just so that you can show like first name last name with the separate thing, right? That's why give another plus in between.
Yes.
No, in between first name and last name. तो ये 2 प्लस के बीच में एक एम्प्टी रख दो स्पेस के साथ, वो सिंगल कोट्स within that 2 plus just give a single quote. No, within that 2 plus quotes. Because we need to create a space, right? Plus do not need quotes. Plus is just like addition, you are adding up. So in between there are 2 pluses, right? In between 2 pluses just give a single quote space, single quote to create that, because if you give space also it will not create space. So now run it. I'll show you. You have given, you thought right, if you given space it will give you space. See, SQL do not read like that space. You have to give like a proper space with the help of single quotes. Like you have given 2 single quotes but there are no space, right? No blank. It's just now you have given a space in between 2 single quotes. Now if you run, see, and so instead of instead of space you can give underscore also. Okay, now see, instead of space give underscore. So if some people needs, okay, give me underscore or dot or something. Okay, underscore and remove the space. Now it will replace the space with the underscore. So you can play around. Okay, see, now it is underscore. Yep, ask your question now.
So B question is display employee first name, last name, and who is getting maximum and minimum salary based on salary column.
Yep.
Here employee first name, last name, and the job. Who is getting maximum and minimum salary here. So I wrote select max of salary from employee, select minimum salary. So where salary in? This query already in class you have
Yes,
executed.
yes, I know. So you just run it. So you're getting the result, right? So
Yeah.
you completed, Anamika, this one.
Yes.
Anamika, you also completed this.
No.
Okay. So you just completed. Okay. And then select display first name, employee last name, and job who are getting more salary than average salary. Okay, this is simple, right? Just find out the
Yes,
average
this is
salary and
also
give them more
simple.
salary.
So
Okay.
first I give average salary,
Hmm.
then select the employee name, what all the column name required from salary. So salary is greater than this.
Yeah. Everything I have given from like
Yes,
whatever
in
we
class
covered.
only. Yes. So here average salary is 3050. This one
Okay.
simply I wrote
Okay. Again, good.
to check to verify.
Okay.
Display department name, the employee count for each department. Here only I got struggle. I was asked.
Okay. Department name, the employee
Department
count.
name we have in department table and the employee count for each department table.
Okay,
Actually, I
that's fine.
forget.
That's fine. Take your time. Like whatever you went through, that's fine. So take the other question because Anamika and Nana also should work on that, right? So next week we will discuss the remaining questions, all questions together. Okay. Just now we
Okay, fine.
just discuss like just to go through one or two question. Okay. अभी समझ में
Okay.
आया सबको? अभी इसमें और काम करो थोड़ा सा.
Yes.
Okay. नेक्स्ट वीक
Okay.
मुझे वो जो तुम लोग का सेकंड मैक्स थर्ड मैक्स है ना, वो विंडोज फंक्शन के थ्रू भी ट्राई करो if you can find
Okay.
out. Okay,
Hmm.
that already we
Yes.
discussed in the class, I remember. So try to find out
Yes.
the third max or second max with the help of windows function as well.
Windows
But good job
function.
यार, good job, क्योंकि वो वाला मुझे एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं था तुम लोगों से कि वो लोग कर लोगे तुम लोग, but you did it. ये जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, correlated सब query. So that is like very nice. You guys did excellent job. वो काफी है मतलब जानने के लिए कि you guys are trying hard. Okay.
So we are taking more time to finish this queries.
Good, good. Take your time, but understand because initial
Yes.
stage you can take time. That's fine. Okay. If you have any question, let me know. Okay.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Kamal. Bye.
Chalo. Bye.